reading people, okay? When it comes to reading people, to be honest, it truly depends on what you want to get off of them. So let's say you're in a bad situation where you need important information from someone and they're lying to you. Now, obviously, you can get to the little nitty gritty stuff, and you can look at how they're squinting their eyes, is their eyebrow raised, their face tensed up, is their jaw tensed up. You know, you can see when the jaw's all tensed up. You know, their lip, maybe even their ears. You know, how they're listening to certain pieces of information that you're spilling out. You know, all that type of stuff. We get into that stuff, but I'm not gonna have a very formulated, you know, style of speaking and like hit direct points. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna speak, okay? So when it comes to reading people, the way I see it is you have to read them based on what information you want to get out of it. So like I said, back to the example, if someone is doing something and you need to get important information out of them, and let's say you know they're lying, just something in your mind is telling you that they're lying. Well, first of all, you wanna really pay attention to what they're saying. So let's say I have I have a blue pen behind this, right? It's behind you, right? And I'm telling you it's a yellow pen. I'm gonna say, nah, bro, don't believe him, bro. This is a yellow pen, right? There's a yellow pen right here. Don't believe it. Trust, bro. Trust. I'm telling you right now, this is a yellow pen. You don't have to look behind it. Just trust me, bro. Do you know how, like, obviously this is just an act, but like the amount of times that I said trust, the amount of times I said so much, that's the first step to look out for. Pay attention to how much they're talking. If they're telling the truth, they don't need to prove themselves that much. They just tell you what it is, and if you believe it or not, that's your fault, right? But if I was being honest, I said, hey, you don't have to believe me, but there's a blue chip behind you. Or, bro, there's a blue pen behind you. Behind this beat case, there's a blue pen. You know, believe me or not, like, it is what it is. There's a blue pen behind you. Now, obviously, you could switch it. You could switch it, and you could be really confident. You know, I've kind of mastered this already. Like I've done it for funsies. That sounds cringe, but I've done it for fun. Like I mess with people sometimes. I'll be like, hey, you don't have to believe me, but this is what it is. You know, sometimes they're like, oh, okay, like I guess I believe you. You know what I'm saying? But then in the end, I tell them, no, I'm just kidding. Like, that's not true, right? You could do that, but it takes one to know one. You know what I'm saying? It takes a liar to know a liar. And yes, we've all lied. Obviously, we all lied. There's some liars that are better than others, right? You know, I would say I used to be one of the better liars. I used to lie a lot when I was a lot younger. But, you know, as we improve, as we get better within ourselves, you change, right? So you can say I'm good at reading. You know, the household that I live in, there's a lot of yelling, a lot of talking. You know, in some of my videos, I don't know if you could tell or not, but there'll be a lot of random cuts. Most of the time it's because there's yelling outside and I don't want anyone to hear it, or someone busting my room just because they can. You know, I mean, that's just how it is here. You know, but once I get my own place, it's gonna be real quiet, be real nice. Anyways, like I was saying, it takes one to know one, right? So if you're not much of a liar, it's a little easier to manipulate that person, you know. And it's a sad reality that it's like that, but you know, it is what it is. And those type of people need protection. Now, they could learn the hard way and get like betrayed really badly, so that they learn from that. Because to be honest, I feel like the only real, not the only real, but like one of the realest ways to like improve is literally through suffering and pain. So if you want to learn to read people, either you become one of the greatest liars and change, like truly change, or you just get lied on a lot and you just read it. Now, I'm more on the I've been lied to side than becoming the liar. you know, but you just know, you know what I'm saying? It's not something you can practice. It's just something you have to experience and be around. When you're around people that just lie a lot and like just keep lying, eventually you just know. You just read them. You're like, okay, this is what he means. But to be a really good reader, it takes a special like type of like learning curve, you could say. You could say reading people is like a learning curve. That's the way I see it. Like you can say the casual, oh yes, there's a yellow pen behind here, or you can go like very deep into it and be like, oh, why would you think there's a blue pen behind here? Like, out of all these years, I've always told you there's a yellow pen, and I've been right. Why would I ever tell you there's a blue pen? Like, you can go that deep. Like, there's people that really take it far, you know. But the hard part is when you're up against a really good liar. When you're trying to read people, when you go up against just a really, really good liar, and those people are like the low-key, they're like psychotic. Like, those are like the crazy type of people, like murderers type of people. Not like, they probably don't even murder people, but you know what I'm saying? But they have like that just dark ass like mindset, like negative, like manipulative, and not in a good way. Because I actually believe there's good manipulation, there's bad manipulation. Because if you think about it, everything in this world is technically manipulated, right? They read you and then they manipulate you. But what I'm trying to show you is how to read and not get manipulated in a bad way. Now, what do I mean by good manipulation and bad manipulation? Manipulation. Good manipulation is like, for example, if let's say your big brother, if you have an older brother or father, someone older than you, elderly than you, doesn't have to be elderly, but just older than you. Let's say they have your best interests at heart, right? So on purpose, they go hard on you, right? They start telling you this is not true, or this and that, and they get you tough, right? This is mostly for the guys, but maybe for the girls, who knows? Special situation, you know what I'm saying? But the point is that they get you tougher, right? Good manipulation, right? And it's not like they're whipping you or something, or beating you every single day. Like, that's not the type of manipulation I'm talking about. That's, at that point, that's just trauma. But I'm talking about toughness, like fatherhood type of toughness. That's like good manipulation. Well, that's how I say it, or that's how I think about it. Bad manipulation would be like, you have a partner, and you guys both agree it's gonna be a private, like exclusive partnership. Like, you guys, it's only you two together, and then you cheat. But then once after you cheat, you tell her it was someone else, and then that there was a lie, and that this happened, and then that happened, and that happened, and then that happened, and then you gaslight them, and like that's bad manipulation. Now, you have to look out for those. And the thing is, it's everywhere. Even if you see it or you don't see it, it's everywhere. Literally in the news, TikTok, YouTube, all that type of stuff. A lot of people lie, a lot of people manipulate. Like, to be honest, hopefully nothing bad happens, but you know, I don't think anything's gonna happen anyways. Like, technically right now I'm on YouTube, I'm a nobody, right? But the point is that even the government can manipulate, and they've been doing it for years. Literally, they've been doing it for years. What does it have to do with reading and manipulation? If you don't read, if you don't see through the wall, what's on the other side, you're done. You're cooked. Like, you're done. It'll literally be the end of you, because some people are like very ignorant. When you learn to read, I feel like you learn to learn. Does that make sense? Truthfully, the only way to read people is based off experience, you know, like getting betrayed, getting lied to a lot, or becoming the liar is literally the best, like, you could say the best way to lie. And I'm not saying to do that stuff, because you shouldn't be being a liar. But I'm telling you, you could say that's like the way to get to that route. right? And I didn't become a reader on purpose. I didn't forcefully put myself in a situation where a lot of people were lying to me. I didn't forcefully become a liar. But it just happens, you know, everyone's on a different path. But anyways, you know, you could say with this ability to read people, I slowly started, you could say I started coming up with the I'm in your head. I didn't come up with it, right? But I started saying it a lot, you know, and I slowly but surely, I eventually learned to control my emotions and really, like, you could say, get in tune with them, you know what I'm saying? For an example would be like, I would say, oh, like, let's say I'm losing or I'm winning. Let's go with I'm losing. I'm losing at a shooting game or something. I don't know. Or let's go with the R6 Rainbow Six Siege. I'm losing, right? I would say I'm in your head. I'm in your head, like, I'm letting you win, all this and that. Like, I'm just, at this point, I'm just saying stuff. I don't actually mean it. I'm just saying it. Oh, I'm in your head. Like, trust me, I'm letting you win. You're not that good. And you know, I get a reaction out of them. They start talking. Oh, you're such a liar. You're trash, or all this. The whole point of that is to get a reaction out of it, right? I'm reading. If they say nothing, if they stay quiet, they're in my head. In my head, I'm like, I can't penetrate this guy's mind. I can't intercept his knowledge. I can't go through his mind. I can't do any of that. You can say that's like the counter when someone tries to get into your mind. Like, just cancel everything completely. But the way I get into people's heads, you can say, is, you know, I'll say something, wait for a reaction, and open the wound, literally. I don't know how else to put it. You stab. Think of it like this. The paper right here. All right, boom. I can't stab through. I mean, if I can't stab through, what am I gonna do? Right? I mean, the only reasonable thing to do is either stop piercing through his mind, or continue piercing through the mind. I pierce through. Right? I get a reaction out of him. Now what do? Well, this all depends on what you want to do. What information do you want to get out of him? You want, let's say you win a basketball game, right? No one's trash talking about having fun. But let's say you really want to win. So you want to get in his head. You can't beat him physically, beat him mentally, beat him with psychological tricks. Now, I don't know any psychological tricks. I just read, right? Once I read, I know what action to take after that, right? There's not a specific, like, okay, if this happens, this happens. If this happens, this... No, I read and I do what I need to do, right? Let's say you want to win. You're in a basketball game, you're losing. Tell him how trash you are. Tell him how you're so bad. And if he reacts, if he starts saying, yeah, bro, you're ass, just say, bro, I'm so bad, like, I'm tired, but I'll keep playing, I guess. Like, you start making him think you are not good enough. Like, you get a reaction out of him. So what do you do next? Right? You got a reaction out of him. You're pierced. Now what do I do? At this point, you try even harder and you trash talk yourself even more, right? So not only is he underestimating you as you're making points now, but psychologically, you're like, you're messing with them a lot. So you're making points while you're trash talking yourself, how you're saying, but that was luck, like, that's bad. Obviously, you don't believe it yourself, but you're just saying it, right? You're slowly, like, opening the wound, and eventually you just completely annihilate them. Anyways, that was a quick video. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'm out.